You are now entering the box. Jeremy, what's up, brother?
Hey, Andrew, how are you?
You were just telling me you had Dan do your Chevelle.
Yeah.
What year is your Chevelle?
71.
Nice. Dang. I know. I was like, I have a deposit on that Cybertruck, and I mean, I probably won't be able to afford it whenever it comes out. But I was like rethinking it, and I was like, maybe it would be better to get like an old school like car right now because they're just going to get harder and harder to get.
And they're enjoyable.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was like, maybe I should think about that first, just to have like an old like hot rod or something like old to, just because, man, the older cars are
A toy.
Cool. Yeah.
You can implant yourself in the whole hot rod situation as well.
Ah, man. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I don't know if I'd have a lot of time to mess with it up front, but it'd be fun to have it.
Buy it as a toy. Don't buy it as a show car.
Yeah.
That way your kids don't tear it up.
I miss messing with cars. You know what I mean? Like, that was always fun. I don't have a lot of free time these days, but it was always fun tooling around on them.
I enjoy it. I don't have time either.
Yeah.
Kids, full-time job, and advertising.
Yeah. Jeremy here with Landmark, everybody. Landmark Ford.
Thank you, Andrew, for having me.
Yeah, man, of course. So what's been happening?
Nothing. Work.
Yeah.
We got to find ways to help every situation as far as customers go and the community. So I like to do stuff around the community and help any way I can.
Yeah, you've been getting out there. They must appreciate that. Fucking face of the community over here, the PR man.
We can curse on here a little bit.
Yeah, I don't care about cursing.
Woohoo! Let her rip.
Yeah, you've been getting out there a lot, I feel like, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
they got to appreciate having you on the team.
From the beginning of this bicycle drive, last year, my boy, he's into sports, but doesn't really have.
Tell us what it is, though, real quick. The bicycle drive.
So it's the Landmark Ford Springfield BMX bicycle giveaway. There's two different factors into this. One is we are taking applicants at our store at 241 Prairie Crossing. Have everybody come in, give your name and number to me, the receptionist, or whoever you can talk to, and you'll register to win a brand new BMX bike. And it's not going to be from Walmart. It's not from just a chain store. It's from Ace Bike Shop.
It's a nice one.
The whole thing about
got a brand. Do we know what it is yet?
Brand.
Do we know what it is yet?
But I mean, I got a lot of local businesses that have been helping with this whole thing. So we team up, we gather some cash together, we put it back into the community, and we give it to a local business. I didn't want to give it to a chain.
Yeah.
That's not really putting it back. And it's not my first thing on this advertisement for this was about local business as well. That's why I advertise with you and not some third-party company like Kelly Blue Book. Like, why would I want to give them the money when I can have a face-to-face conversation with a real person? And
yeah, it always helps, especially with social media nowadays.
That's great. And
like having somebody to be able to get out there and do stuff. And,
local.
Yeah.
Like the local first group.
Keeping it in the circle.
They're designed to help keep us.
So you're giving a bike away to one person randomly that's going to win, but you're also...
Okay, so we're giving away more than one bike. So
right. So the one, though, that you can come register, that's just like anybody can come register to win that.
Anybody. If you're a grown man and you want to try out BMX, you can, because if you win a bike... You have the opportunity also to ride a free session this summer out at Springfield BMX Raceway at Riverside Park.
I haven't been out there forever.
I didn't know about it when I was growing up.
I didn't know. When did I go out there? I've been out there one time. I don't remember what it was for, but it was a while ago. It was like maybe after high school, maybe college or something. I don't remember why I was there, though. Maybe someone's kid or... It seemed cool. I haven't been out there in a while, but it seemed like a cool place.
There's a lot of guys that are really into it and trying to keep it going, and I was like, this is a great community effort and a lot of people get involved in it, but it wasn't enough. I'm like, I see a lot of people getting involved in baseball, hockey, and I'm like, okay, well, if parents spend an exuberant amount of money on hockey,
oh man,
how many parents can spend a little bit on BMX, because it's not nearly as costly as some sports are.
Yeah,
it's local. And the more people we have do it, the more help we have. Yeah. Because it does cost to do it, because how are they going to stay alive and afloat? Like, they have food out there every night. They have race nights, but they need volunteers.
How are they funded to keep the track?
I believe USA BMX helps them with that, but there's a registration fee. So if you want to join up for USA BMX, You pay the registration fee, which we will pay, and then the yearly session that we'll help with if we have a BMX winner of the free bikes, more than one. They'll get to go out there and ride for free. They have a session that goes weekly for 5 weeks, and the guys out there doing it will train them on how to ride BMX, how to go over the hills, how to take the turns.
Cool.
And my son loved it. He got a trophy last year that was super cool. And he wasn't really worried about winning, and he didn't win, and he didn't care. He's 5 years old.
Yeah.
And he got that trophy, and his eyes lit up like it was the best thing that happened to him. And that warmed my heart. And I thought, man, if I could make more awareness, how many kids could we help that don't have this opportunity if we got the public all around to donate bikes they don't use?
Yeah.
So I put up posts all over.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah, all over social, all over the marketplace groups, asking people, if you have a bike in your garage, donate it. I'll come pick it up. We got cargo vans. I picked up probably 10 in the last week.
Damn. Where
So
the hell are
it's-
you putting them all? Well,
At
maybe you shouldn't
Landmark.
say it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you want
In this storage unit at 1035.
Yeah, if you
the
wanna-
largest bike heist ever.
if you want to look at some bikes, some are not usable. So if I can take a tire from one bike and put it on a bike that doesn't have one and make 2 bikes into
People are
one,
giving you- yeah.
but they're free. So the great thing about being free is I can give them out to the community.
Yeah.
So it was probably like a month ago. We were at Comer Cox Park.
How are you going to do that? How are you going to give them out? Just randomly or?
Being in the business, advertisement, car business, you meet a lot of people. So I have some friends that have helped me that work at Salvation Army, and it's across the street on Martin Luther King from the Comer Cox pump track.
Yeah. How
Which-
is that place? You been there?
Yes, it is awesome.
I saw it. They had me announce dodgeball for the Team RWB charity dodgeball tournament. They had me announce it, and I did it as this character, Drew America. Did you see it at all?
No, I'm sure it's
funny. So yeah,
probably embarrassing.
I got this little character. I'm kind of thinking about bringing out more called Drew America. So I decided to do it as that because Team RWB is a program that helps people getting out of the military, like transition into like regular life through like in meeting people through like sports and like, soccer and, dodgeball and all these different things. And I think I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure that's what they do mostly. But they were raising money for Salvation Army. So I was there, and I think I remember you saying something in a post about it, and I had heard about it one other time. So I kind of just drove slow by and I could see it. And I was like, oh yeah, it does look pretty cool over there.
We spent 3 hours there like a month ago.
That's awesome.
My kid didn't stop. I brought snack and water, and even had my 1-year-old out there on his little
Yeah.
non-pedal bike.
Were many other people out there?
There's probably 12 people out there, but another step forward to this bicycle giveaway was that there was kids out there with no bikes. So I was thinking, brains rolling, what if we collected bikes for the community, contacted my friends at Salvation Army, said, hey, can you guys help me maybe house the bikes, maybe be a place where we can give them away or let kids come pick them up, check them out, however it could be done. Could we do that?
That'd be cool.
And
Check out.
yeah, check them back in. And if they don't bring them back, I mean,
It's not like a big loss, but
no, but
let's try to be civil here.
you can't expect a lot
Yeah.
if you're trying to help, and you don't want to be,
Right.
mean about it.
Yeah. You can't control it. You just kind of. My dad said something to me one time. We were on a road trip going. Where were we going? Colorado, maybe, or I don't remember. We were going somewhere. We did a lot of road trips, and we got off at a pit, like a gas station stop to get gas, whatever. And we were leaving. And there's someone on the side of the road, like asking for money, like they had their car there or whatever. And he pulled up and he gave him $100. And then we left. And I was like, man, you gave them $100. I was like, what? You think they even actually needed anything? What are they doing? He's like, sometimes you just got to do something because it feels good, and you hope that it's for the best, and maybe they are scamming, but it made me feel good to do it. Hopefully I helped them, and I kind of just don't think about it past that. And I was like,
Whether they're
Okay.
scamming or not, you helped them.
Right, you know what I mean. So I mean, but
probably like,
but what you're
Put
saying,
this around my
I
other
know,
$500
right?
I have in my pocket.
And that's the problem is there's so many damn people that abuse it. It makes me skeptical. So that's like why my mind goes there immediately. But with that being said, like with the bike thing, like, you know, you do good, and hopefully they don't take advantage of it or go try to friggin' sell it or something stupid, you know, and that's all you can do.
I got a friend of mine that gave me a bike, and it was probably $150, $200 new, and it looks brand new, and it's set up, it's ready to go.
Man, you remember bikes when you were a kid? I remember when I got my first Robinson.
I had a GT Vertigo.
At Ace when it was over there off of North Street.
Yeah.
Went in there. I remember, I delivered newspapers, so I bought this thing myself. Chrome, like all chrome. Robinson had the American flag logo, that's all red, white, and blue.
Yeah, don't leave it outside because it was getting
it
jacked.
got stolen. It did. Lindsay Edgecombe's porch about 5 blocks over one day. I was sitting on her porch, gone.
off Black Street, right?
Oh, man. Shit was gone.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's awesome, man. I like that you just come up with something random and like that and just go for it and push it. I mean, I know you've done it with book drives and all kinds of stuff. It's cool that Landmark supports doing that.
Well, they kind of don't have a choice. Like, I get to control it. So I present it to the boss, and he's like, roll with it.
Yeah. So,
if it's not, and especially if it's not costly to us, like, we'll take the time.
Yeah.
I'll even, like the other day I went to a resale shop, and I was
from
like, hey,
you,
I'll buy these bikes right now, lady. And she was like, well, what are they for? And I told her what they're for. She goes, oh, that's great.
Technically, it probably takes some money away from yourself because you could be selling cars. So, like, you're kind of donating some of your time a little bit, too, in a way.
Well, if I see a bike at a Goodwill and it'll ride good, the brakes work, I'll pay out of pocket for it.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps.
Hey, I want to help you. Is your wire, is that thing caught right there? You can undo that a little bit. It looks like it's like too tight.
It's not tight.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just kind of hanging there.
All right. I just want to make sure it's not like yanking on your head over there.
I would have told you if it was like.
Anyway, yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, so how long does this go on for?
So
Or
I'll take bikes as long as people are giving them us.
Yeah, you'll do
but
something
the
with them.
announcement for the new BMX bikes we're going to give away is the 1st of next month.
Of March or May.
Yes, May 1st. It's kind of coinciding with the first initial week of startup out at Springfield BMX Raceway, so I can kind of plan it together.
Nice.
And the idea was to help kids get out of the normal life. Like if they're at home, sitting on the couch, or they don't have anybody to look up to at all, come out to the raceway. Come out to the pump track. Those guys at Springfield BMX Raceway are always willing to help people. And that was the first thing. Excuse me.
I wonder if it's hard to get out there. Like, I wonder what an easy way, like, if kids don't have a ride, like, what's an easy way to get out there?
I used to ride my bike from the east side all the way to Veterans when I was younger.
So far.
So
I remember, my house was over by Blackhawk School, and I remember riding, and this was like, you didn't even know if someone was going to be home. Like, we would ride all the way to Lake Town, like, hour plus of riding a bicycle.
Across 6th Street?
Yeah, all the way over.
Down Stevenson Drive.
And, trying to get to, like, Travis Eifert's house. Like, I don't even know if he's home. He didn't answer his phone. I'm just going to head over there. It's summertime,
What else are you doing, though?
Yeah, it's crazy. But, dude, I don't even know if I would be nervous letting my kid do that these days. Is that weird?
My wife has a conniption fit if she can't see the boy from the front porch. And I'm like, what were we doing when we were that age?
Does it feel like it's different, though?
Well, yeah, because...
Like, you think it... All right, so here's what I wondered. Does it seem like more risky to let your kid do that because we know, like, because there's so much more access to information and we know the stuff that happens now, like with child abduction and all that stuff, like it's more I'm trying to decide how to word it, like the news is out there more, we have more access to how much stuff happens, so it's like in our heads more that it's more dangerous
because we see it more.
Or is it actually happening more than it used to?
Who knows?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And as long as my son stays in the neighborhood, I don't worry about it too much because she'll be like, well,
put a tracker on him.
Where's the kid at? Yeah, but put an iPhone tag in his shoe.
That's what you got to do. Tag him. Gotcha.
But if you got good neighbors,
Yeah.
that's what you got to
Keep
worry
an eye
about.
on each other. Yeah.
Give
Try
your
to-
kids something to do in the backyard, though. Like we have power wheels. I'm a gearhead, so I got power wheels that are
Man, you had that.
amped up,
Amped
ready to
one.
go. Yeah, like the Bronco E.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's the first thing he goes to.
Well, didn't you modify one or whatever?
We put two 12-volt batteries on it so it could do donuts in
What
it.
do you do? Just when you do that, do you just like relay them together? The
You can run them in
batteries?
series, or you can run them in parallel. Depends on how you want the
And
power.
it just-
If you want to,
You don't have to do anything crazy though to it besides that.
We'll define crazy.
But I mean, you don't have to modify anything else to support that.
The plug-in, so the
Yeah.
harness,
Huh?
some butt connectors, female, male connectors,
Yeah.
wire snips, wire crimps. You're all right.
Yeah. About to do that.
You should make an Oot box car.
Well, so my niece has a. I mean, it was hers. She can't drive anymore. She's big, but it's a pink Jeep. And I was like, I told Bricks, I was like, man, you want to trick this thing out? We could paint it, like wire up a couple batteries to this bad boy.
Why don't you give it to Dan? Have him do it.
There you go. Dan have that thing. I wouldn't even be able to talk to him. Thing would be loud. What'd you have him do to your Chevelle? Or Chevelle? No,
yeah.
Caprice.
Chevelle.
Is it Chevelle? Okay.
Caprice? I couldn't.
I couldn't remember what he said. What'd you have? What all did you have him do to that?
So the radio that was in the car obviously didn't work when I got it, and the car needed some major TLC. So first motor, then suspension, and then making sure that I could hear the radio over the motor.
Yeah.
I had him do speakers up front, speakers in the rear, CD player, of course, and then put a sub in the back.
Nice.
Because, ever since I had access to a
Yeah.
radio, I had subwoofers in the house,
That's so
cutting up
funny.
my dad's furniture, making sub boxes back in the day.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I don't feel like people do it as much these days, or maybe I just don't know.
We're not in it, so
Yeah,
bigger cities.
yeah.
Springfield.
You think high school kids are doing it still?
Who knows?
Yeah, interesting. That shit was fun though. You know what sucks though is it's getting harder to do that. Like I was installing my own stereos and subs. We were, but now in like more modern cars, it's like.
It's easier, I think.
And some of them though, like Dan tells me about some of the crazy shit he has to do just to keep everything working when he installs like the different electronic
Well, Dan
and
does
shit he
like
has to install.
extravagant installs.
But no, just like changing out a head unit in
I
like a
don't-
modern car.
I won't do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like so hard to do. Before it was like it always fit. Like you could slide one in.
It was easy.
You barely even needed. Sometimes you needed the little adapter plate, to make it fill the space. But usually it was fucking wire up little thing and you're good to
No.
go. I got a new head unit.
My other car that I have subs in, no, I left the factory head unit in there and just tapped into the wires in the
Yeah.
back. That was easy, but what Dan does is
Yeah, it's kind of sucks. And it's getting harder to work on cars in general, like newer cars.
they're all computerized.
Yeah,
If you need a technician
Kinda
to
like a
work on your
dying
car,
thing. That's why I'm like, man, maybe I should get a fucking old car just to have something that I can still work on and tinker with.
but then you won't be able to drive it when it's cold, though.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true.
You gotta let the carburetor do its thing, but it takes 10 minutes for it to warm up.
Yeah, warm that puppy up. So bring your bikes out anytime, but you're doing the announcement May 1st
For the winter.
for the winter.
Yes.
Bicycles, man, that's awesome. Kids are gonna love that. Have you given any away yet?
Nope.
So how's that gonna work? When you think you have a plan yet? I know you said you talked about Salvation Army is just gonna kind of be a mixture of things.
Everything's in the works. Trying to get a date planned out and whatnot,
Yeah.
but I think we'll leave them there and do an announcement. I was hoping maybe if we got together, we could do like a opening day there or a ribbon cutting kind of thing,
Yeah.
just to announce it and build up to it, amp it up like a week in advance so people will hear about it and maybe come out.
Yeah,
But-
bring like a trailer out there of them or a van. Some of them maybe give them away on that day.
Well, I don't think
other
I'll be able
random
to.
ones.
I don't need a huge van because as much as we have
You just
right
bring
now,
some of them. Maybe
they're hard to fit them all in there.
Then you could run it like in an event and encourage the kids to come out there. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna have a bunch of bikes. Like, come out, check it out. We got bikes. If you like it, fucking give you a bike.
That'd be great.
It'd be pretty neat. Turn
But
it into
then-
a big ordeal.
And then after
Chase people around with the drone.
that would be cool.
The
Well, we
FPV drone.
Well, we got to plan a date to go out to the Springfield BMX Raceway so people know what the Springfield BMX Raceway is about.
See it,
To
yeah.
see it, how much fun it is. I mean, it's exhilarating.
That's
And
cool.
Getting air on two wheels.
God, yeah, that's so fun. Did you ever go to the trails that were back I guess it would be like
The
on your
end
way to
of MacArthur.
Shields. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're going back on that bike trail towards Shields, you could like
So-
sneak off right there. Are those still there?
I doubt it because they cleared all that out for that new
I
road.
think it was before that though.
So
God, that was
one of the guys I went to high school with, Chris Jones.
yeah.
We met up back there, back at the end of MacArthur before they put the new road into Wabash, and it was great. I mean, there were jumps back there that were insane.
Yeah, it was hard as shit. I mean, you had that, and I'm talking about the mountain bike trails, right? Is that what you're? I guess
You could ride a mountain bike
BMX
on those, or you could be. It didn't matter.
I had Travis showed them to me, and we were doing mountain bikes on them, and man, that shit was hard. Like it was like exhausting. I can't
you gotta
imagine
be in
doing a
shape.
BMX on that. But yeah, that was cool. I wonder if they still have those. That was so much fun. There was another one too over here off of Koki Mill, maybe. There was another like trail, not
Not the bike trail.
no, it's like a mountain bike trail. It was really good too. It wasn't as hard as that one, but it was pretty fun too. I haven't been to either of them in a long
I
ass
grew up
time.
on the east side, so I don't.
Yeah, this
Cool.
was again. These were all later in life anyway when he showed them to me. This
Farthest
was like-
west I get is work.
Yeah, this was when did we do those? It would have been after high school. It would have been like I don't know. I don't remember when we did those. But anyway, yeah, they were cool. They were a lot of fun. What else you guys got going on?
So I'm trying to team up with everybody local. So next up is for Landmark and myself and our team is the Mother Road Route 66 Festival.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You guys
in
getting a spot down there or sponsoring or what are you guys
September.
doing?
Yeah. So I talked with Greg Cooper, call him Coop. He's in charge and reached out to him, and he was like, I was going to reach out to you.
Nice.
Got us a big spot down there downtown for that event. We're going to have trucks, cars, Broncos. I may have an electric F-150 so I can show everybody how much power they can handle. We're going to give away a
Tow
bunch of
somebody
toys.
down the street.
Well,
They should do that at.
I'll have my homeboys
it's the-
at Schultz Collision will be next to me at
Yeah.
their little spot so they can tell anybody they need to. But
They should do. That should be an event at the Route 66 thing with the burnout. They should do. What do they call it? Pulls, where two trucks hook up and try to pull each other.
imagine the insurance policy on that.
I mean, the burnouts are pretty fucking crazy too. Maybe people lose control or something, right?
I mean,
No? I guess I haven't watched them down there in a while. I've seen the videos.
somebody lost
but-
control last year, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel
So-
like that's almost more dangerous than a truck pull now.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a pull? Like
Yeah.
someone tried to do it? It's hilarious. I watched this truck drag my friend's Jeep Cherokee down the street. He had an all-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee. And this other dude just had this heavy-ass truck. They fucking hooked each other up and were pulling, and he just started dragging him down the street. It's not good for your car at all,
No.
man. It's going to be terrible for
That's
your
not
car.
under warranty.
No, it was hilarious though. I was out in the country at some party years ago, but that'd be pretty funny to watch. But what made me think of it is the when they first announced the Cybertruck, they were doing the pull thing, but the electric pulling a truck, and I was like, oh, get the electric F-150 and pull some, do a
Oh,
truck
yeah.
pull against somebody.
Well, then if it's too hot out, it's not going to help. Or if it's
Yeah.
too cold, it's not going to help either.
That'd be a funny event.
But it'd be fun. What better way to have local business support a local event and then give away free stuff for kids? We'll have a spinning wheel.
Nice.
I got one of those, what do they call, like a little cage with little palm balls in it that'll have little prizes on it. So they'll reach your hand pick out a ball, and
Yep.
then I thought
That'd be
about
cool.
I thought about a lot of stuff like bouncy balls, but I was like, maybe not bouncy balls next to hot rods and whatnot.
Denting them everywhere. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
probably a lot of people mad about that.
That's okay though. If the kids enjoy it, that's.
Yeah.
And we're giving stuff away too out there. I'm gonna have vintage parts to give away. So anything that I can't sell at work that we can't give back, and it's just a loss, we're
Something.
gonna have like a goodie bag for those. Like if you want like a '97 Caprice Spotlight for your car, I may have a Spotlight to give
That's
away.
hilarious.
Yeah, who
That'd be funny.
who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, that's a great event. It's so big. I wonder how it compares to other car shows. Like, what's the biggest car show, I wonder, in the country? You want to search this up, Brian? Largest car show in the country. What do you think?
Define car show. So you could use like, what's the event where they auction cars off? That's like huge.
I don't mean auction.
No, what's the
you're talking
one-
about like Barrett?
What about the
one of
one that's in
those.
Vegas? They just had it.
There's the two big ones are what, Barrett and
The largest car show is at the Chicago Auto Show. So that's new, but that
it's
also
not like a see. That's weird. I don't know what you type because I'm not like an auto. That's like showing like concepts. Is that is that what that's talking about? I'm surprised that's even the largest anyway.
Well,
I think it was the Detroit.
They have one in Vegas, and they bring all the professional body shops in town that build custom made cars go to it, so they can show off their work and their designs.
Yeah,
you could probably find that.
There's a San Francisco International Auto Show too, but I typed the largest car show in the United States.
I don't know what you would type like to
SEMA.
Oh yeah, SEMA's big.
SEMA's probably their biggest car show.
We used to go to this one back when we were all into like I had that Talon and some of my buddies had Eclipses and shit, and we went to
Hester.
There used to be the Shootout. It was called the Shootout, and it was all what was that style of car called? There's like a
import.
Well, no, but it was like for those cars, like I can't think of. You know how it was like a model like that body or whatever. It was like the Eclipses and the Talons. It was all kind of those style. They were all that same like body, but just like Eagle, Mitsubishi. They all kind of used the same.
Yeah, same motor, same frame.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was for those, but anyway, that's what this was. It was the Shootout. Now there were a lot of other cars there, but the main thing was those. That's where all those guys went. Man, that shit was a lot of fun. There's like this little drag strip, and you got to go run your cars. And I remember we all drove up there together. There was like 5 of us that carpooled, and we like met other people along the way.
Was it at Gateway, which is now like international?
No, I can't remember where
technology.
It was. It was search. What would you search? I mean, it was called the Shootout. I wonder if they still have it. Like car racing. Shootout. I don't know. Search Eclipse or something. See
so we went to this show in Chicago called Hot Import Nights, and it was all imports. And we get there, and it's like literally they would not let you come into the show with anything more than a quarter tank of gas. So they didn't want you revving your car up. They had police, but there were car clubs from all over the U.S., BMWs, and they had their own cheerleaders. I mean, I'm talking 30 chicks in bikinis walking around at a car show. They had. Like Monster was sponsoring it, Red Bull. There was guys on dirt bikes. They had mud hills they were jumping, BMX riders.
Nice.
And it was 3 days.
Where was it at the convention center?
It was at Soldier Field. And it was
the one he was talking about, the Chicago Auto Show or whatever. I went to that one time. I think if that's the one if it's the one I'm thinking of, and it was pretty freaking cool. It was at the one of the convention center, whatever their big convention center is. I can't remember what it's called, but. It was they had some crazy stuff there, man. Like a lot of it was all mostly like modified cars. Now I'm thinking about it, but they do have the one that's like brands and concepts and shit, kind of like the Detroit Auto Show. You ever been up to that?
I have not.
It was pretty cool.
Stuck
I don't know.
At work.
I don't know if it's still. I assume it's still a thing. I know Detroit kind of fell off for a while there. Were you able to find anything about that? The Shootout. I think maybe it was Ohio or something.
Yes. Well, there's a place in Ohio that has it. Norwalk, Ohio.
That might be it. I don't know.
22nd annual DSM Evo Shootout.
DSM Evo. Yeah. There it is. Shootout. 22nd? Is that what it's coming up on?
No. All I'm saying is it ended in 2014.
Ah, yeah. So there you go. They stopped making them all, and it ended.
I had an Eagle Talon.
You had one?
Yeah.
When did you have that?
I was probably right out of high school. We picked it up, and the owner that we bought it from said it didn't run right. Took us like a day to fix it, and I got pulled over like an hour later after we fixed it, doing 90 down South Grand.
Huh? I didn't know you had an Eagle. I don't remember that. I had one. I bought it off of Jason Bolts. He had built it out, and I bought it, and it was awesome, man. It had a built engine. He had a big ass turbo, freaking intercooler, whole 9 yards. It was the shit. It was
probably blew it up, didn't you?
No, I wrecked it. The most embarrassing way possible, right in front of Lincoln Land with everybody going in the morning.
Oh,
yeah.
And the turnaround?
No, you know what happened? So going into Lincoln Land. There's two lanes. Well, this is how it used to be. They switched it now. And you had to get into the one lane before you got to the entrance of Lincoln Lane.
I remember.
So everybody would line up in that left lane because they're all, you know, and then me being young and a dickhead was fucking racing up the right lane trying to get ahead of as many people as I could. And then there was an opening in the left lane, perfect, cut in. Well, right when I cut, like I'm still at an angle and the person in front of where I'm cutting, everybody up there slams on their brakes. So I'm cutting in and I slam on my brakes while I'm at an angle and it just sends me into fucking, I don't know what you call it. You know what I mean? But I can't control the car. Like, cause I'm braking, but I was like turning to straighten out at the same time. So the car's going this way, but I've turned my wheels barely like this. So when I brake, it sends me like this, the
Your
momentum.
brakes locked up, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, and then the car just fucking started going like this and I flew off the road. And I went through a tree and it was embarrassing as shit. Yeah, and that was the end of that thing.
That's not fun.
No, I felt like an idiot, but I didn't have my new rims on. I had new rims sitting at home that I hadn't put on yet, so that was good. Positive note.
Got to find the light in some bad occasions.
We tore that thing apart, though. I did make out like a bandit on it as far as reselling all the parts.
Parted the whole thing out.
I found out the insurance company was going to just take it to the junkyard, and I was like, man, like I spent a lot of extra money on this compared to what you're giving me.
Gotta have it
you know,
appraised.
can I get some stuff off of it? And they were like, they ended up letting me take it to my house, and I had it there. They gave me like a weekend, and they said, we're going to pick it up on Monday. Flatbed will be there to pick it up, take off, you know, your stuff. And I didn't know at that point when I talked them into letting me do that. I found out that they were just sending it to the junkyard. It was just going to get smashed, whatever. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, I'm fucking taking everything off of
You
this
could
thing.
have bought the car back from them.
But I didn't need to. They paid me out on it. Like, for what I paid for the car from Jason, they paid me out on it. And then I took off, like, I took the engine out. I took the rims off. I took the freaking fuel pump out. I took literally everything out of it. Like, that was add-on. Like, the only thing I didn't take off that was a major add-on was, like, the brakes. And I even bought donuts to put on it so I could take the rims off. So... So I have this thing in my garage. I take everything off of it. I put the donuts on it, and then we go to push it out in the driveway for the flatbed to pick it up, and it won't move. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now
You
we
just drag it.
Well, we took the engine out, so I mean the things were dangling, but that wasn't it. The wheel should still turn. The brakes are too big for the donuts, so they're touching the edges of the donuts, and the donuts won't turn. So we have to take the donuts off, put the rims back on, put it out in the driveway, take the rims back off, donuts on, and then I wasn't there when the flatbed came, but I guarantee they had to drag that thing up onto it with the wheels would not turn.
The last car I junked, I took the wheels off at Modrive and everything, and I left it on blocks. And the guy hooked the chain to it and just pulled it right off the blocks onto the flatbed.
That's hilarious.
Paid me $300 for the car, and
Yeah. Dude,
I made out like a bandit.
I sold all the parts for like another $8,000.
DSMs are
Something
popular.
like that. Yeah.
They're fast.
It was sweet. And then the rims I had bought, I was able to, I don't know what I did with those. I don't remember if I put those on another car or not. Then I got that Integra after that, which I love that thing too. Yeah, man, that's fun times. Fun times. Imports. Yeah. Fast and Furious was fresh on the scene. Now it's on like fucking Fast and Furious 20 or whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is. A new one's coming out though, right? Supposedly the final one.
We'll see.
What is it? Is it 10?
It's
20?
10.
10?
If it's the final, I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt it.
As long as it's making money, they'll still.
It's just like the store's always closing. Closing sale. We're going out of business.
Get your mattress today. So we got some new stuff going on at work. So if you have any listeners for this that like to buy cars,
We got some good interest rates.
we got 0%, dude,
I know, that's freaking great.
on a new Ford. I don't mean to bash my buddies at the bank here, but
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can't touch that.
yeah, you got the incentives going on. I know that's great too because man, it's hard to get a good percentage rate these days.
Oh yeah, it's 6-7% for a new car through a bank.
Mm-hmm.
Go through Ford.
That's awesome, man.
And then one thing I want to touch base on is like the car market is insane. It's up and down, dude. It's like a hill, up and down.
Well,
up
shit,
and down.
you couldn't even keep them in stock for a long. They couldn't keep up for a long time. So I mean, at least you guys got it ready to go over there now.
Yeah, we got more than we ever had. I mean, 2 years ago we had 3 new cars in stock.
Yeah.
But used cars are even crazier. Like it's a drastic change. And if you're new into the business, you're really going to have a problem trying to adjust because you don't know how things were previously, so you don't know how to address the issue.
You haven't been through it.
You had to explain that to a customer, like
Kind of like a friggin' financial advisor.
100%.
If you haven't been through 2008 and 2022.
Well, I get the one thing is I'll have people that will come in like a year after getting a car somewhere else, and they're like, "Yeah, the last dealership we bought from said that we could trade it in after a year," and I'm like, "Brakes." They're like, "Well, why?" And I'm like, "Well, if you guys finance the car, you've had it for a year. Well, okay, you put 28,000 miles on it in a year.
Yeah,
That's
you're gonna screw yourself.
That's damn near double the average. So you depreciate the car twice as fast. So let's pump the brakes a little bit. That's a selling tactic. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I was trained to act that way. But I didn't want to because I knew if I had to think outside the box to make this a career, I had to do opposite of what everybody else did.
Thinking long term.
Yeah, like 15 years in the car business, been in it my whole life, just not selling them, like fixing them, restoring them, watching my dad paint cars as I was growing up, and having the ingenuity I have as far as history to be able to explain stuff like that to a customer makes them more comfortable with the buying purchase. But explaining to your customers how it needs to work for their future, for after their purchase, explain them the honest answer.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're either going to hate you for lying to them or giving them false information, or two, they're going to love you for being patient and explanatory on the situation. I had a customer the other day that was retired, not in a rush at all, and the general salesperson is trained to rush them into buying a car as soon as possible. I mean, these people are 20 years retired.
Yeah.
They're in no hurry.
Right.
And they came back last night out of the blue. I talked to him a couple of times. Said, whenever you're ready, just let me know if you have questions. You don't got to come back in. Just I'll update you if I got new inventory. If you like something I got, we'll go from there. Showed up last night and said, we came back to Landmark because of your patience and your courteousness.
Yeah.
If that's a word, courteousness. Can you look that up?
Courteousness. Yeah. That's
And they were pleased with that. I said, well, what happened at the last place you're at? They said, the guy was hounding us and pushing us to buy today. And I said,
yeah.
it doesn't work anymore. After COVID, it was a big change.
That's how I've always done sales here. Like, if somebody, I just, like, it's so tough because I, like, try to do due diligence and follow up just to be a business owner and, you know, but I also, like, I don't like high pressure sales. So, like, if someone tells me to follow up, or if it's like, you know, I just gave them a proposal, I'm gonna follow up with you in a week or a few days or whatever. And then if you tell me to keep following up, I will. But if you're not gonna do it, like, don't tell me to keep following up because I'm just doing that because you asked me to. You know what I mean? It's like, but at the same time, it's yeah, you just gotta kind of give people their space a little bit. Let them make the decision. You know, if you're providing good value, a good vehicle, good interest rate, like, I mean, people need a car.
Oh, especially right now. Like, tax season's around.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that people probably didn't get back on their taxes what they thought they would, especially if they have kids. Because I know the government was, oh, yeah, we'll give you all this stimulus money throughout the year.
Yeah, and
but
we're
then
jack it back on you.
Yeah, you know, they're not going to give you money and they're not taking it away later on down the road.
Yeah.
Because everybody witnessed that. And I think we've had a downfall in the car business as far as purchasing for people who typically would buy after tax season because they didn't get as much back.
So hasn't the whole tax? Because yeah, I mean that was always a big thing.
Oh yeah, like
tax time, people getting their rebates and shit. Time to buy.
Oh yeah. So like,
I feel like I haven't heard as much like tax time
Advertising on it?
sales at all in any industry.
yeah.
Now that you
it's-
say that, I remember. I mean, there's a lot of clients I feel like we used to do like tax time sales with, and now that I'm thinking about it, well, yeah, they're doing that, but like I'm trying to think, and I'm like, yeah. Now that you say that, I feel like I haven't heard a lot of people doing that at all. Do you guys have anything going on specific for that? Just the good interest rates and stuff that are going on, incentives right
We
now?
got good cars. So
obviously.
but we're not like, certain dealerships that are like, hey, yeah, well, this car is for sale, but then you buy it and it breaks down 2 days later. No, we have what's called a Landmark for a lifetime warranty. So if you buy a car from us,
guys started that.
if it qualifies for no older than 5 years and no more than 80,000 miles, your powertrain and engine are covered. But we run the vehicles through service. So, like, say, for instance, I got a car, it's got 150,000 miles on it. I can't lifetime warranty that car because
Of course.
God knows that it's not going to last for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I will do a safety inspection on it. If anything's wrong with it, we're either going to fix it or we're going to take it to auction. If I fix it, we let the customers know, like, hey, it's got 150,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Here's the history. Here's
You're
what
getting
we've
a
done.
good price on it.
If you feel comfortable buying the car with the information we gave you,
Yeah.
we're going to stand behind it for a certain amount of time. But you have to have a reasonable amount of time. And some people don't even do their maintenance to their cars. Like, I've sold cars in the
Most
past
people don't.
where people are like, hey, it's 2 years later, my engine blew. And I'm like,
Did you change the oil? Yeah. These things take oil? What?
and I deal with complaints every day because in the car industry, you're never not going to have a complaint about something.
Yeah.
But you got to help. You got to listen.
Yeah.
That's the problem with most dealerships is they won't take the time to listen to a customer. And if you listen, you can usually alleviate the situation, find a way to make them happy, and they'll come back to you. Because people who are pissed off are going to tell more customers than a happy customer is going to tell somebody.
For sure, man. Man, I feel like you guys should join Silsa. Dude, it's awesome. It's all about customer service. They pay these speakers to come in, like these big national speakers, and they talk to you about like turning a negative situation into a positive with customer service. And hell, you were nominated for a thing a while back. I don't know
The
if
WOW
you knew that.
Award. Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
There was a bunch of people that got nominated. Like I'm a car salesman. I didn't expect to like actually win because like if I'm versed in a healthcare provider or a nurse,
Right.
definitely give them the award, not me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There was so the WOW Award's supposed to be about like a situation. Like I came in and you just did something where you went above and beyond in this one situation where it was like really amazing, like what you did, like something you didn't have to do. Like I nominated this dude. This was before I was on the board or whatever, but I nominated this guy at Lowe's because I came in there. I needed one piece of wood for to finish my son's room, so I could move him out of one room and into another because our baby was due like literally in 2 days. She was getting induced in like 2 days, and I needed this piece of wood, and it was what was it? It needed to be cut. I needed it cut to a certain size, whatever. Their saw, Lowe's usually has this saw thing where they cut it
on the
perfectly.
wall, right?
Yeah, where it's like slanted and they'll cut it. Wasn't working. This kid tried to get it to work forever. Couldn't get to work. The manager came, tried to do it. Something was wrong with it. And the manager, I think he was a manager, the dude was finally like, you know what? I'm going to get you taken care of. Dude grabs 2 sawhorses, goes and gets a freaking circular saw, lays this thing down, gets a board, draws the line, like does this whole, like sets up this whole fucking workstation, cuts this board for me, and it's like, here you go, man. And he had no idea. He had no idea I needed it to finish this room and get, because we were having the baby. He just did it. Like, that was a wow moment. I was like, man, this dude went above and beyond. He didn't even have to do all this. He could have just been like, sorry, our thing's done. I've had that happen. It's been broken before, and they've just been like, yeah, the saw's down. I can't cut it for
hey,
you.
you're shit out of luck. Sorry.
Yeah. And this dude did it, and he didn't realize the situation I was in, and it meant a lot. And it was like, that was a wow situation. So sometimes there's been a couple nominations where it's been like, they're just nominating somebody to nominate them. Like, oh, he does good customer service. But it's not like, it's kind of about like that wow moment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's kind of this weird thing. We were discussing that internally about like, you know, is that, how do we look at that with the WOW Award and, you know, consider those? Because it is good. Like, we want people to get nominated. If they're giving, I mean, that's the best. If you're giving outstanding customer service every single day, like, that's WOW also. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do we pick and choose on some of these
That's
situations?
what we train for at work,
Yeah.
is to tell our guys that, hey, if you do the extra step in the process of helping a customer, you're doing one step
remember
more
it.
than the previous salesperson they were working with at another
Makes
store.
all the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, corporate membership, anybody can come, and it's all, you guys would enjoy it. You could just come as a guest some next event. I guarantee
Happy
you'll
to.
like it. Yeah, it's fun, man.
Events. That's what.
But you've been out there, so I think you would like it a lot. You've been, I mean, fuck you. You've been doing a lot of things, man. Landmark's got to appreciate that. You've been at Local First.
Yep.
You were just on Masco's podcast, right?
Correct.
I feel like I've seen you do in some other spots.
We
too.
joined the Chatham Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
We're with Springfield Chamber of Commerce. I don't get a lot of time to get out because
hard.
of kids.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's freaking hard, man.
and my nice thing is that they understand that Landmark is family first there. So if I got a situation at home, I got to handle my wife's, can't take care of it. I got to go home. I got to take care of my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the kid from school because the baby's sick. My wife's got to stay home. Whatever it may be, like they let us go. So that's cool. They're
nice.
not. Some dealerships aren't made that way.
No.
You're either there or you're not.
Get it and sell.
Yeah. Sell a car today or you're fired.
What else you guys got going on? You got that? You got the bikes.
So
bike sale,
I might do a
killer
book,
interest rates.
Yep, a book drive might be in the works. I'm working on that right now, so we'll figure out how that's going to vamp out. Last time we did the book drive, we donated a ton of books, but I had a connection with a company, and I don't have it this time, so I'm trying to get in somewhere that way to help get new books along with used ones. Kind of like the bicycle drive.
Yeah.
If I got a connection.
If anybody out there, bicycle suggestions, book connections,
yeah, and then
hit this guy up.
we were confronted earlier in the year on a food drive, and we blew it up. So the company that came to us and asked us if we wanted help, we're like, yeah. And we had so much awareness at the dealership that we got 3 pallets of food.
Wow.
It was really cool because some of the pallets were actually little barbecue cups and ranch that were, perishable, like you could, or non-perishable items. So I was like, man, we have all this food, and we had it stacked probably like 6 feet high.
Damn.
Half it was cans and dry food.
That's
but we
nice.
went to St. John's Breadline and dropped that off.
Oh, okay.
And they had a bomb scare that day.
Oh, damn.
So the street was blocked off. There was cops and news
I'm
was
trying
out
to
there.
get the food in.
Yeah, and like there was nobody around. We're like, there's nobody here. We're here to drop off the food. And they were so grateful that it felt.
Were you able to drop it
fantastic.
off?
Yeah, we got it all dropped
Oh,
off.
nice.
We had 2 carloads of food. We had
Someone
an
called in a
F-150.
bomb scare to the bread line?
It wasn't to the bread line. It was like an office
okay.
down the road. So yeah, we're
We're
gonna
just
steal all
trying to
your
serve
food.
food here, man. You trying to blow us up?
So we had an F-150 stacked full of food, and I had a Ford Explorer that was stacked food from the front to the back, all the way to the ceiling.
That's awesome.
And it took 3 or probably 4 of us to unload all the food, and it took like 20 minutes.
Nice.
And it was cool. So I'm going to do that again next year.
Perfect.
But as the days go by, I think of more ideas, especially community help, make awareness for everybody. And our future's the kids. So if we can help more kids,
Invest in
that's
the
my
kids.
goal. Yeah.
Invest in the kids.
Local business too. Like if I can reach out to my companies that buy cars from me or friends I know that have businesses like you and say, hey, I have this idea. Do you want to help?
Yeah.
And everybody sharing it on their Facebook page or mentioning it down the road. Or I even had a lady yesterday at the dealership that works for the district. And I showed her the flyer. She was like, this is great. I was like, where do you work? I work at the home office for 186. And I said, she goes, I'll hand this out to everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just getting the word out is the most important thing. So
I wonder if you could connect with them somehow, kids that like need bikes to like get to school or something. Is that like a thing you think? People
sure
still
there
ride
is.
bikes to school?
I would hope.
I used to always ride my bike to school.
I
when
went
it
for my
was- it was a
5-year-old one
block
day. Go,
away, but
can I walk to school? I'm like, no. There's a lot of drivers on the road right now.
yeah. Dude, my buddy, I mean, it's kind of depressing. I almost don't want to talk about it. My buddy's dad, their family friend, like longtime family friend, retired, moved away, retired, and like a week into his retirement or something, he was just walking in the morning, hit by a car, killed. Isn't that crazy? Oh, he was riding his bike? Riding a bike. All right, we're bringing it back to bikes.
Do you know?
Be safe on your bicycles. Hey, have you ever seen at Running Center, they have these freaking light vests. They're
I
like
have
little
seen those.
tubes. They're the shit. There's this dude that walks in Sherman all the time, this old guy, and he wears like a reflective vest, but I kind of want to buy one and give it to him. I think about it all the time. Because I don't want this dude to get taken out, man. He's
Do you know
out there.
Dave that owns the fitness place over off Montville Drive?
What is it?
I can't remember.
What's the name of the fitness place? I probably know the fitness place. I might not know him. Is it?
He got hit by a bicycle.
It's the place right there next to
By Monty's?
Yeah.
Just Beds.
What is it? I do know that. I don't know him, but I do know that place. It's Fitness for All or no?
No.
Fitness. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
He was at
He got hit?
Yeah, he got hit.
Oh dang!
Broke his leg and everything.
On his bike?
Yeah.
Crazy man.
I went over there and dropped the flyer off, said what's
People
up
on
to
their
him. And
phones,
he told me,
something.
he goes, yeah, he goes, it was nuts. He goes, broke my leg. And I was like, it's,
Still alive though. That's good.
yeah.
Jeez. Live life to the fullest, man. Every day.
Did you find that, Ryan?
I'm looking still.
What is it called? I can't believe I can't think of it. It's
Body.
Symmetry.
No.
Is that it? No.
No.
That's the workout place. We just did the fitness place over here. Fitness also, but it's God. What is it? It's I can't think of it.
Max was not
He hands out T-shirts all the time. He's like a T-shirt guy. I know that because Miles was like, you should connect with them, and he's like his main thing.
Body
he does.
Quest.
Body Quest. There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's why I said Body Symmetry. I knew it
Utinsky.
was Body
Yeah.
something. Good job. Took us a minute there. Sorry, everybody.
Called Old Age.
Yeah.
You can see the gray hair reflecting off the light.
Dude, my memory's terrible. Like, I try to think of teachers' names. I know a couple teachers' names like I could think of. Is that just me? Can you think of like a lot of your teachers' names?
Oh, yeah, I can Mr. Betts.
All of them? How many can you remember? How many teacher names?
Betts. Barham,
I mean, if you just had to
from
guess,
Southeast.
I got to go through them all. How
I
many you
could,
got?
yeah, probably 10 or 15.
Jesus.
But my mom's a teacher, so that I was if I got in trouble, my mom knew right away. That's cool.
I always blame it on like that my mind has a max capacity, and when I fill it with other stuff, I push out some
You
stuff.
mean horse shit that you're thinking about doing?
So I like push out other things that I don't think about to fill it with other.
Oh, there's this
knowledge,
one
but-
teacher that lives in my brain every day. Like it could pop up. Like he'd keep the room cold. So if I
Which
laid
one? That's
I laid my head
Southeast.
down like that, I
Uh,
couldn't fall asleep. He hated me.
that's Southeast.
Yeah,
Who was it?
Mr. Little.
I remember the name.
He was big. He was like 6'3", probably 300 pounds. Like
Who's your favorite teacher? Like all time.
Mr. Hickman, art class.
Hickman.
Yes.
I remember the
Track
name.
coach.
Again, I can't freaking
Coach
picture him now.
Shanklin.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Him, I can remember for sure. Like Hickman, though. Like I know the name. I just can't picture him at all.
Oh, super cool dude. He didn't take no shit. Like
If I saw his face, I'd remember him.
He's probably
I guarantee.
passed now, but like if my mom knew who he was, he knew who my mom was. But if you misbehaved in class and he knew who your mom was, he got the broom out and he'd smack you with it. And you couldn't go to the office because he was like tenured. The principal wouldn't do anything.
It's tenured, man. I'm sorry. You're
Yeah.
screwed. That's crazy.
Speaking of crazy, are people that have to work nowadays, how many hours they put in? You just said you were up till 2 o'clock last night working, right?
Yeah.
When people come to the dealership, they might not realize how long we work for. We're there
Oh,
from
you guys are there.
8 a.m. to 7 p.m. sometimes.
Well, you never know when the hell someone's coming in over there.
People came in last night and didn't make me aware of it, and that's okay. Like, I like that surprise.
Are more people coming in during the day
It varies because
now that like
third shift.
there's more work from home?
If you work from a third shift, you're going to come in during the day because you got to work at night.
we have a lot of nurses too.
Oh, yeah. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, and it depends on what side of town you work on or where to the dealership that's closest to you. Like, I worked at Green for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
They have most of the east side business, I'm sure, because they're close.
Right.
You want to get your oil changed, you don't want to drive across town for it. But if you're looking for a specific model,
Yeah.
like if you want to buy a Ford's out south to west. So,
Mm-hmm. So you guys got the bike drive. We're thinking about the book thing, trying to get that pulled together.
we'll see how that plans
Got
out.
the Route 66 coming up.
Route 66. But don't forget about all the car shows that are coming up in town locally. Like Abe Lincoln car show's coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to be a blast. It's going to be big. Won't be as big as the
Is
Mother
that the
Road.
one that was out at nights?
Yeah, but I think it's at
They're like scooting it
Cherry
over,
Hills
though,
now,
aren't
I
they, or
think.
something? Oh, yeah, that's
Cherry
right.
Hills. Yeah.
Cherry Hills. We just talked about that on the last pod. Okay.
Because they asked me to help them advertise with that. And I was like, I've got stuff going on over here, stuff over here.
Yeah.
And I got to focus on my job to make sure our advertising is working like it should.
Mhm.
And plenty of videos for you guys to push out to the public so they know what's going on.
Dude, yeah, you've been, I mean, even when we're not there helping you, you've been doing a good job making videos. People don't understand, just freaking make videos, man. Make content. People are so nervous to do
If you're
it.
not in the know, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not going to pay the TV station to do it.
What do you feel like has been the most successful?
As far as videos,
Just, I mean, everything. I mean, you could say like social.
do you have a waiter here?
I can get you some more coffee. if you
So,
want.
I'll probably have to go to the bathroom if I do
Yeah,
that.
all right.
Most beneficial is probably the post that we make, because I had a lady that was far north from us, over an hour away, and she inquired in about an expedition, and I was like, I have it on the showroom here. She's like, are you sure? And I was like, I wouldn't lie to you. She goes, hi, well, I was lied to by the last dealership. I go to the store and they don't have the one I want there.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's
like,
here. Come on in.
they baited you in. And she's like, yeah. And I was so mad. And they had me
Yeah.
drive a base model, and I didn't want that. And so I walked out of my office, took a picture of it on the showroom. I said, it's right here. And she goes, that's the one I want. I'm on my way. And she saw a Facebook reel come across her Facebook page over an hour away. So that little bit of just posting
Yeah.
got that business from that far away. She passed 2 Ford dealerships to get to me.
That's what we try to preach, man. Consistent content and consistent advertising of that content. I mean,
Yeah.
you're on board. It's
And I screw up all the time on the videos, and my speech sucks. Like, I had braces when I was younger. I got big old front teeth. Like, I can't talk that well. But I'll put my face out there, and I wear the funky colored shirts and the ugly ties. Like, I got Superman socks on today.
nice.
Mike
Super
Thomas.
bad.
Come on, Mike Thomas.
He's all by himself.
I know. I don't blame him, though, because my mom bought me cool socks, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock them. But it's about posting, and it's about sharing.
Being out there, man.
But-
you gotta stay top of mind.
But you have to do stuff that people like.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like straight faced, and
Right. Take it too serious.
if you screw up
It's
on
tough,
something,
man,
post it, because
yeah.
people will laugh at it.
And it's a tough thing, because I understand where people come from, where they're this professional company, multi-million-dollar whatever, and they're like, oh, we got to be professional. I understand why you feel that way. That's not the way the world's going. You got to lighten up. You got to be willing to post some fun content, or it's not going to get the exposure that everybody else is getting.
But those people don't know how to act like that. Like,
Right.
I wouldn't be in the car business today this way if I hadn't bartended and served tables and did private parties for 7 years.
Yeah.
I got my personality from putting my face in the public and making sure
Yeah.
that I did a good job at that.
And some people just aren't good at it, man.
If
And that's
you-
okay, but
If you don't want to go to college, be a bartender, and you'll learn how to
that's
be
one thing I never did.
a best communicator
I
ever.
never freaking bartended.
I
I
loved
think
it.
back on that, and I'm like, I can't believe I never bartended anywhere.
I mean, you work till midnight if you work at a place that closes, and you
Yeah.
go out drinking until 3.
I don't know. I was always a consumer. I was never the
10-cent drafts at
catch.
that was always I went, but it was always
downstairs at
rough.
catch.
It was
Yeah.
always rough.
Yeah, it was like a
No,
$2.
over on the south end by UIS.
Oh, 217.
No,
The
off of
club-
Toronto
the
Road.
Club. Crow's Mill.
It's not Crows. It was previously it wasn't Crows Mill.
What was it called?
But they had 10-cent drafts, dude. You give them $1, you got a picture of
They did
Coors
that.
Light.
They did that downstairs at Catch though back in
Yeah.
the day too.
Because we'd go to
What kind of shit.
the
is
bar
that?
across from the
10-cent
bowling
draft?
alley, and then we go to
Jesus.
Catch afterwards.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, no,
Now we're grown up. I saw somebody yesterday that bought a truck from us, and I probably hadn't seen her in 20 years, and I was like, Nicole? And she was like, Jeremy? And I was like,
It's
oh,
so
we all
weird
have kids
seeing
now. And
people
she's
that
like, yeah.
old,
And I
man.
was like, I know I haven't been intoxicated in like 5 years. And she's like, yeah, me either. I can't. I don't want to wake
Yeah.
up with a hangover. It'd be the worst day of my life to have to take care of 2 kids and make breakfast at 5 a.m.
It
because
just punishes you whenever you do it. Yeah.
What time does your baby get up in the morning?
So he's still sleeps with us. We're
Oh.
about to start sleep training him. I think she wants to do it on Monday.
I got up at 4:30 today.
I'll tell you what, my wife is a monster when it comes to that stuff. I mean, she pretty much handles that if the kids get up, which I'm very blessed about.
You are a lucky man.
Yeah. But she also knows I got a lot of shit I got to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
I
got a company to run.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm very lucky. she handles that most of the time. If the kids are sick, she's there. Usually she's the one that takes off. It's hard for her because she feels bad for like clients and people she has to reschedule.
She's done my wife's hair before.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just kind of the what we talked about and what she kind of agreed to do, how we set it up, you know. So you got to have somebody that can do that, you know.
Life's never
it's
smooth. There's always ups and downs.
yeah, and these freaking kids are always sick.
Oh, yeah. Mine had a fever for a week, and then he didn't have one. And then 2 days ago, he had a fever for 2 days. And he had no symptoms other than a fever. And I'm like,
It's crazy, man. It's nonstop.
I want you to eat. But he like, eat food, drink water.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't. So I'm like, oh, okay, we got to figure out a way to get you better.
I feel like there's something else that I was going to ask you about with the dealership. I can't, it's slipping my mind what it was. There was something else that we were talking about.
I emailed you the other day, but maybe we missed that part. Oh,
You got flyers.
Here's a flyer. Yeah.
Nice. We'll put one of those up here.
I got more
Do we
coming
have
up too.
some of these here?
I
feel like we
emailed
have
one to
here.
Ryan.
Nice. May
I emailed
1st.
a new one. We made a new one with all the guys that
Bike
helped us out.
giveaway.
Like, oh, let me pull it up. actually
Bike
on my phone.
giveaway. Let's do it. Let's get some freaking bikes, man. Who's got a bike? I don't have bikes. I
I'm
don't
gonna
have
give a
any.
shout out while we're on here to everybody that helped.
Do it. What do we got? Who we got?
So most recent was Shields. I reached out to them and they're donating helmets.
Nice.
I gotta go pick
That's
those
good.
up after I leave here, which
Shields,
was
that's great. Wow.
I was super blessed that they contacted me back. And then I give a big shout out to Jeff Dillman at Masco.
Masco. He's been out there
Yes.
too, man.
He's been doing a lot. Springfield BMX. Thank you guys for all you do for the
and
kids.
that's just the group that runs that's like a club.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Lake Area Disposal and Recycling.
Yeah.
Lake Area is one of the only garbage companies in town that's local owned.
Bro, yeah,
Like,
I
and
got,
they've been sticking
I got
to it.
such a story with that. Like, Republic was just screwing me over like so hard. And
Big shout out to Birdman Brad Jaronsky for helping with the donation.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then Schultz Collision.
Nice.
Those guys are our age and they work hard. And they
I
were
haven't seen their place. I want to go check out.
they
their
were so
spot
willing to
over
help.
there.
Mike, Jeff, Salvation Army. Thank you guys.
Yep.
Sarah, Capital Radio Group. She's always down to help advertise and joint effort with her.
Nice.
Oh, I got more. Express, Mike from Express.
Appointment.
Yep.
Yep.
And then who else? Bill at Illinois Paving contacted me today. He's bought a car for me.
Nice.
We reached out, touched base, and he was like, "I'm down to help."
They're just all supporting with the bike thing primarily. I mean, multiple things, but we're talking about the bike thing for the
Oh,
most
this is
part.
for the bike thing, yeah. And I'm sure, like, with that, they'll help in the future for stuff that we're doing for the community.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good PR for us, but at the end of the day, we're
good for them
doing
too,
we're
and it's
doing
good.
most of the work for the community.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That's what it's
man.
about. The food, I like doing the food drive thing because that really helps.
Oh.
But I like food too, so who doesn't like to have fresh food
People got to eat.
every day? Here, take a few more of those.
Yeah.
I gotta go pick up more at the office.
Awesome, man. Well, I think you do a great job of getting out there, you know. The content and stuff you keep working on is freaking great.
I'm going to. One thing I want to mention. Hey, if this is weird because I wouldn't do this, but if anybody likes to buy an electric vehicle, don't forget about the tax credit you get.
Oh, yeah.
$7,500 tax credit. Woohoo! Anyways, we only got
What
like
do you
two.
guys got now? You got the
We have
Mustang and the Ford and
We
the
have the
truck.
F-150 and the Mach-E.
Yeah.
And then they had a Fusion back in the day. They don't have it anymore.
There've been many people.
Oh, yeah.
buying the
The
electrics.
Mach-E and the 150. People love it, and especially
Is the 150 actually out?
yeah,
Okay.
down south. It's huge because the weather can play a role in how well your battery charges or maintains charge. But it's super fast. It tows a lot of weight. But
Do they call it the light? Am I
The Lightning.
Lightning? Do they call it that? Yeah.
that's not the V8 Lightning from
Right, back in the
25
day.
years ago. But yeah, it's faster.
That thing was sweet. That thing was fast back in the day.
Oh yeah,
The Lightning.
a factory built truck that could do a burnout.
That was the work truck in Fast and Furious. Remember that?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
he drove.
Paul Walker drove
Yeah.
the red one. Come on,
Nice,
I got a
We're
Honda
on
Civic.
this, son. Let's go.
I got a Honda Civic at home, dude.
Awesome,
with a
man.
spoon
Well, Landmark Ford, baby. Perry Crossing.
Thank you for having us, Andrew.
Yeah. What fucking Landmark Ford? You can find them. Landmark Automotive, Landmark Ford.
Yeah, we're Landmark.
Very
We've been around
Crossing.
for like 60 years. You can't miss us. You're not going to miss my
Dealerships you got?
face.
There's, what, 5?
Yep, we got Ford.
Mitsubishi,
Go ahead.
Cadillac, Ford, Chrysler, all right
Chrysler,
there.
Fiat, Jeep.
Ford on the east side.
Yep, Landmark Ford trucks. If you guys need a crane truck or anything like that, those guys can help you.
Taylorville.
Taylorville,
And
or
I feel
GMC
like
store.
I'm missing another one. Is there
Nope.
one more? There's not one in the... I felt like there was one more. Nice, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Everybody, get some bikes. Let's get some freaking bikes donated. We'll have to find something.
Ryan, can you add that?
We're gonna
The
go-
one I gave you, the flyer I emailed you. Can you add that to like the video on here or anything?
We're going to go steal Ryan's bike out of his garage.
I doubt he rides it. He just plays golf all day.
This dude does put miles on his bike.
He does? Oh,
he'd
yeah,
be
that's right.
out
You ride by my house. Just
He'd be
stop
out
by
there.
for a beer. If I got
All right,
the
man.
kids
Thanks,
outside.
Thanks for coming on. We'll definitely try to push this and hopefully get some more bikes. And then, everybody check out their page. Stay tuned for food drive, all that stuff, man. You guys are doing a lot of stuff. It's awesome. It's great you're getting out there and making it happen, man. Supporting the community.
That's what we're here to do. Help.
That's right. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, Andrew.